What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the third episode of the 6 times 0.5. There's only 3 of us here present. We're waiting on Kevin Samuels. Let's see who else is there. Kevin Samuels, Solo TV 84, and Minister Jap. Now, Solo TV 84 and Minister Jap are, I believe, in the central time zone. And I know that they have other things that they do on Sunday, and they usually don't get in until about 8:15, but it stands to reason that every once in a while they're going to be a little bit late. I shot him a text message a little while ago, quote, "Where you niggas at?" And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens from there. But let's go ahead and introduce the panelists who are here. First up, I'll call him the Prince of New York, man. Mr. Lucario, what's going on, dude?
What's popping? What's good with you? What's good with you? How's everything going? How you guys doing?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. The channel's going well. I'm making some. I'm making some big moves. I'll actually tell specifically. I wanted to talk to you, Lucario and Myron. It's actually the same thing that you and I discussed a little earlier. And because you and I are in very close proximity, Lucario, I think that this would be a very, very good thing for us. But I'll leave that for later. Next up, of course, the fittest man in the manosphere. That is Myron Gaines down in Miami. How's it going, man?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Doing good, man. So what's going on with you, Myron? So you're a 3rd grade elementary school teacher, and you moonlight, as a florist, right? But since the whole COVID thing, you can't be teaching little snot-nosed 8-year-olds, and you can't be giving out flowers for that person-to-person stuff. So you have started your own YouTube channel. So when the world opens back up, is Myron Gaines going to go back to teaching 3rd grade full-time and being a florist part-time, or is he going to spend a little more time on YouTube?
I'm going to be continuing to teach because the teachers are hot that I work with. So I'm just going to do
that. so you're trying to get hashtag Me Too,
yeah,
right?
Pretty much. That's the goal. I'm trying my hardest to get Me Too'd.
Oh my!
These black pill guys, it's not as bad as they say.
Oh, dude, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Tonight's episode, we are going to talk about why men hate on each other. The phone lines are open right now. If you guys want to call in, the number is 914-205-5356. The number is scrolling across the bottom of your the bottom of your screen. And now we welcome in Kevin Samuels, who is probably getting ready, making sure his suit is extra clean, getting his 3 suits ready for the stream. So we'll introduce Kevin when he makes himself visible. 914-205-5356 is the number to call if you want to get in on the show. So I'm going to actually, Lucario, I'm going to come to you with this first. And I'll sort of frame it like this. In this particular sector of the web, men talking about men's issues, the red pill, manosphere, et cetera, in the beginning, our main detractors were women. It was feminists. And we did a video, did a YouTube, wrote articles, whatever the case may be. Anytime we put something out there, all of the hate in the comments, 99% of them came from women.
Right.
That has turned on its head here in the past, I don't know, maybe 3, maybe 4 years. And I stopped reading the comments in my YouTube channel 2 years ago, but I can't imagine what they are now. And the reason I know that our detractors we have more male detractors than female detractors is because of social media. Anytime I get so many more male haters now than I get female haters. So in your opinion, and 702 and 229, I see you guys on the phones. We're going to get to you here in just a second. In your opinion, Lucario, why is it that men are now our biggest detractors rather than women?
Okay, can you guys hear me? Because I think I'm frozen. I don't know if I could.
Yeah, I can
hear you perfectly. Just your video.
Okay, the video is just frozen. Okay, so I'll just talk and then I'll re-upload my internet. But anyway, so to answer your question, I think the reason why you have so many male detractors now and guys who are hating is because, one, a lot of guys do have a lot of feminine energy within them nowadays. You know, guys have become more soft. They've become more, just very bitch made to keep it real. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is why you have so many guys out there hating. And also it's just more so like there's a lot of guys who are envious of other men who are on YouTube doing big things. You feel what I'm saying? And so this is where a lot of the hate's coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I got you, man. So you think it's probably because of the envy and the fact that men are just much more effeminate than they used to be.
Exactly. That's a lot of the the issues right there. You know what I'm saying?
How much hate do you get? Do you get any hate at all, or how?
Me?
Uh-oh.
Oh hell yeah!
I guess that's a yes.
Hell fucking yeah! Listen, I've gotten other content creators. This is the funny part. I got content creators who hate me, but they steal my content, which is weird. Like they'll take my shit, use it on their platform, and then make a video the next day dissing me, which is weird. I'm like, who does that shit?
Weird, yeah, that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So that happens, a lot. I've heard people sent me links to people doing live streams where I had this one guy, and he didn't show his face or whatever, of course, because he
fucking dude,
right? They always talking shit behind the thing, but he went on I think a half an hour, 45-minute rant about how when he sees me, he gonna get me and punch me in my face, all this crazy shit. And I'm just like, I want to see how he looks. I want to see him. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I want to be ready for if he's trying to do something. But this is what's going on out here nowadays, is that you got a lot of people who's just hating, and that's where all the the hate and the BS is coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good stuff, man. Myron, what's your opinion, man? And what Lucario just said. Okay, so the dude did a half an hour, 45-minute rant. We have seen streams where dudes spend 8, I'm not even exaggerating,
8 hours
talking shit about red pill content creators. And oh, by the way, I have the distinction of being the number one dating roach in the manosphere, according to, I don't want to give this guy any fucking cred, but guess what? He hides behind the camera too. Byron, what are your thoughts, man? Why do men hate on men so much nowadays?
So I'm going to agree with Lucario that it is a very feminine energy, man. And the thing is that hate always comes from below, right? Shout out to Richard Cooper on that. People always they're not going to hate on you if they're above you. They're typically hating on you because you're achieving something that they can't get. And let's face it, what do most men want? Money and sex. That's right. Let's face it, a lot of dating coaches, especially like Lucario, yourself, Donovan, successful guys, right? Making the money and getting the sex, right? Whether it's through a committed long-term relationship where you're walking the walk, Donovan, or like Lucario, where he's, has an open relationship and he's been able to still do what he wants. So you guys are basically living the dream for a lot of these guys, and I'm just a single dude doing what I do in Miami, right? So, we're kind of embodying what a lot of men wish they could do, but can't, whether they're in a bad relationship with a girl that they can't leave, they have a fucking scarcity mindset, or they don't have the sexual market value to attract women that they truly want. And they might not have the money. So what are they going to do? They're going to hate. And here's the other thing. Guys always hate typically from a hierarchy standpoint, because here's the things that define a man. How much money do you make? How successful are you? And by virtue of having these two things, how many girls are you getting? And if you get all three squared away, motherfuckers are going to come at your neck and hate on you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's just the way, a lot of these dudes are. And the thing is you could tell a guy's low value. There's two reactions when you meet a guy that's successful.
Okay.
You either tell that guy, hey, can I learn from you? How'd you get to where you're at? That's the good way to go about it, right? This is why I have coaches and mentors. Hell, guys, this setup I got right now with this fucking mic and this nice camera that I got going right now? You know what I did? I called fucking Donovan and I asked him, hey, bro, how do I set this up? Because Donovan is superior to me at this. Instead of using my ego and be like, oh, fuck this shit. I called Donovan right away. Hey, bro, can you help me with this? And Donovan helped me get this set up. So that's credit to him. So guys that are trying to become better always ask other men that are doing better than them, hey, can I pick your brain? And then they learn. Haters, though, will say, oh, fuck that guy. And then they'll continue to live their life in mediocrity. That's the difference.
Wow. I could not have said that any better.
Thank you, by the way, Donovan.
Say what now?
No, I said thank you, by the way. The reason I got this good setup and all that is thanks to you, bro. So thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, we have to push each other, right? And in my opinion, and we've said, listen, hate comes from beneath, which is 100% true. But one thing I think that could be false is that we say that men are just jealous because we're doing something that they can't. I would submit to you, any man can do anything that any other man is doing. But when a man hates on another man who has success, to me, that outs him as a person who is unwilling to put in the work. Because again, any man can accomplish anything. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into it, but you've got to have the drive. You've got to have the resolve. These guys are looking for the cheat code. And the reason they hate on us, see, here's the thing. They see our lifestyles, and that's all they see. They didn't see the thousands of hours of pickup game on the Las Vegas Strip. They didn't see the thousands of girls that flaked on me out in the LVG. I mean, dude, there's so much that goes into this. I'm 42 years old. I was not born like this. I had to work for what I had. My dad was a fucking bitch boy, and my mom was a slut. Nobody taught me how to be a man. The fucking Vegas streets did. So, but again, that takes work. And guys who hate on men like ourselves are telling me, all right, listen, you are just unwilling to put in the work. And to that, I say, fuck off. Solo TV 84, what are your thoughts on men who hate on other men? Then we'll go to the phone lines here.
Hey, what's going on, Donovan? So first, I want to address the topic that you brought up, like where you said that the hate has now become from other men in these male spaces, right? And I'm gonna keep it real, and Myron Gaines alluded to it, but it's when the money started coming in.
Yes, yep.
So me personally, I saw the shift. What happened, and this is my opinion, what I saw was once YouTube enabled the super chats, then all of a sudden all these new content creators started flooding around 2017, 2018. And what happened is there used to be before the super chats, right, Donovan?
Yeah.
You could go on somebody's panel, it would be all love. But once the money started coming in, that's when it all of a sudden it shifted. Even with me, certain relationships I had with certain other guys all of a sudden started changing.
Right.
You know, content creators are asking me how much money I make, which, by the way, I don't share that information. So,
no.
you know, so and then people are just, you know, or even like I was trying to even help out one guy, Donovan, you know, a local guy, and I don't want to mention his name because he's still using my name for clout to this day. A local guy, and I'm giving him all this game, Donovan, how to, you know, set up your channel, how to make videos, what to talk about. Little did I know, this little cocksucker was taking notes and trying to expose me. Like he made this video trying to, Solo TV 84 is not rich. He drives a Kia, and, you know, Solo TV's not. I'm like, bruh, yeah, I drive a Kia. I've mentioned that before. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But here's the thing, like, you realize, Donovan, what happens is that there are a lot of guys, they see the super chats. They see that you have 1,000 people coming in. And then some guys thinking, Donovan Sharpe? Oh, I can talk about game better than him. And I'm light-skinned too. And I'll probably look better. And Devin? Oh, man, come on, man. I got snow buddies too. So what happens is then these guys start making videos and they realize this shit ain't easy.
No.
Oh, you can't just come in and bully your way. Yeah, you got some rare cases like Alpha Male Strategies and you know, Steph is cold, but those guys are not the norm. Those guys are like, you know, guys that just happen to jump in the right time, and then the algorithm helped them out greatly. That's a fact. You know what I mean? But the reality is, once the money came in, Donovan, that's when people started acting different. That's when people started acting funny style. And you know what, Donovan? I've had a lot of falling out behind the scenes. I just don't make it public. Like I said, with the local guy, I was trying to help him out. Because, you know, I'm figuring, yo, we from the Twin Cities. We both from the same area. Let me help out this local guy. And he thought that by trying to expose me or whatever the hell he was trying to do, that would help him out. And it backfired on him. There's been other guys as well that I tried. Another thing is, and my platform, Donovan, is known for, you know, I bring on a lot of like no-name guys, right?
Yeah, you do.
And then they blow up. AMS, first interview, my channel, facts. Steph is cold. We did the whole Tinder series. He had less than 1,000 subs. Now Steph is cold is one of the biggest YouTubers. So a lot of guys know that Solo TV 84, if you want to get your name out there in the manosphere, especially the black manosphere, you got to see Solo. You feel me? And the main issue is, though, with some of these guys, Donovan, what happens is you start to learn their character when you put certain YouTubers on and, you know, they get some success or what have you. Then all of a sudden they switch up. They let success change them.
Forgive me, and I don't want to disrespect anybody. Who is Steph is cold?
Steph is cold. He's a dating coach. He's got like over 100,000 subscribers now.
Say what?
He's a dating coach. He's got over 100,000 subscribers.
Okay.
Never. Stephon Clean Skills. You see him?
Oh shit! Are you serious? Well, good for him, man. Yeah, I know Stephon Skills, man. He used to be one of my chatters. I've just never heard him called that before.
He came from the gym side. He's been on YouTube for
dude,
years or so. But
that kid is fucking ripped. Like, I'm gonna hit these super chats. I'm gonna get Kevin Stake, then we're gonna go to the phone lines. Nolan Baptiste with the $5 California says success can bring out the good and bad of people around you. I totally agree with that. Nigel Coyote with the $5 super chat says, I see guys constantly hating on dudes like Dan Bilzerian What they don't realize is that most men can have a similar lifestyle if they put in the work. So, Kevin, give us your opening salvo on why men hate on other men. Why is it that it appears that most of our detractors that used to be women now appear to be men? Why are we getting more hate from men than women when it used to be quite the opposite?
Because they have eyes that work.
Oh, okay. Expound on that, please.
Their eyes work. They know there's always going to be a ranking system amongst men. And this whole 8th place trophy shit doesn't work. Their eyes work. They can look and say, this guy is doing XYZ, plus he's doing the work and getting the outcomes. They can see the results. And they want those results, but they don't want the work. So in order to make their reality make sense, they got to hate on you for getting the outcome they're not willing to work for.
Wow. Yeah, listen, that's that to me, my sentiments exactly. I think that men hate on other men when they have this realization that, wait a minute, this shit is hard and I'm not really putting in the work. So they must be taking the easy way out. No,
got to be cheating somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you want to try to expose somebody who has what you want?
Exactly.
He exposed Solo. See, Solo really doesn't have the gift of gab, and he's really not out here in the streets. He's really not out here putting in the work. He's not out here with snow bunnies and all that. See, really, he's got monopoly money. He's buying these actors. He's buying clicks, y'all.
Right.
It's not real, because me, I'm better than him for real. Y'all just don't know it yet. So when I go ahead and expose you, Solo, for being the faker, you'll see that it's real guys like me who really are better than guys like him who really should have all the attention. So give me that stuff now.
But Kevin, I'm glad you brought that up. But you know what? I think all of us in the panel, right? I know Donovan for sure, Lakara, all of us, we got on YouTube by doing what? Making content.
Work. Yes.
Making quality content.
Right.
There's some YouTubers, they get on. There used to be an old trick in the Black Manosphere. If you wanted to have a video blow up, you just had to call out Tommy Sotomayor's name, right?
Right.
That's what guys used to do back in the day. And then if Tommy acknowledged you, he would roast the heck out of you. And by the way, Tommy's one of the greatest roasters on Black YouTube, period.
Yes, sir.
But the reality is there are a lot of guys who they don't have, they don't have the work ethic, Donovan, but they also don't have the talent to make content day in and day out. And then it takes fucking talent. Excuse my language. Because number one, you got to know what your audience wants. Number two, you have to keep your talent interesting. You got to keep your content interesting so it doesn't get stale. But another thing, and Kevin, I'm so glad you brought this up. And Kevin is in the Black Manosphere. He knows what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of jealousy. Everybody wants to be the alpha male. Everybody wants to be the top dog. And guess what, Donovan? And this is why I appreciate Donovan for doing this 6 panel. There's enough views and money for all of us.
Right.
We can all
Right.
And a lot of people lack charisma too, man. Like that's like another thing. Like people are boring as fuck. Like, no one's gonna watch your fucking videos unless you're entertaining and you're not ugly as shit. And if you are ugly as shit, then you better have that fucking charisma up. That's the reality. And a lot of people don't want to admit that. Like, get views. All this shit. Now they want to blame the algorithm. They want to blame all this shit. It's like at the end of the day, you got to be entertaining and you have to provide value. And how do you provide value? You have to walk it like you talk it. Like last week, guys, we did an episode on fucking how to deal with tens, strippers, etc. We had to take that shit down because it got too real. Because we were given like the real deal on how to fucking attract the highest value women and how to retain them, etc. Not going to customer frame. Subscribe to fucking Donovan's Patreon so you guys can see that because we gave a lot of fucking free game there.
You'll talk
right. And you know what I'll say this real quick is that another thing people got to understand about the reason why men are hating on other men is because you have guys out here who are actually closet homosexuals. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, come on.
I ain't want to take it there, but we got to take it there. We got to take it there.
Ain't ready for it. Don't do it.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with being gay. I'm just saying, ain't nothing wrong with being gay. But there's guys who are closet homosexuals. So the reason why they're hating on another guy is because that guy they're hating on, they're actually attracted to him. And so they feel funny about being attracted to that guy. So they feel like, well, let me hate on this motherfucker so I can, get all that frustration and energy out. So that also happens a lot too. And that's something that a lot of people don't want to really, take heed to. Because even, for example, you might even have guys on here, if you see guys who have channels where they talk only about men's looks and a bunch of weird stuff like that.
The black belt guys.
Closet homosexuals. You see what I'm saying?
Like, I want to say this.
Hold on, let me
go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
Donovan.
Yeah, you got it.
You and I have talked for years.
Yes.
And I told you years ago that you are one of the hardest working people I know. And we know about our conversations behind the scenes. I've said this, the work is the difference. I told O'Shea, Obsidian, and by extension, Angry Man, what happened in the Black Manosphere, what happened is you guys made this look too easy. Live streaming has made content creators get an audience with the audience experience. The magic behind the scenes is gone, right? No longer is it where you just drop a video and it does 100,000 views. People can live stream and see the missteps, mistakes, the microphone issues, so they get comfortable, and then you interact with the audience.
Oh, yes.
So what happens is they say, well, Donovan's just a regular guy. All he has is this and a camera. I can do that too, but they don't understand that what it takes to hold 100 people's attention for hours, much less 1,000 people. They don't get it until they attempt to do it. Then they realize they don't have the charisma. They don't have the mindset. They don't have the skill set. They don't have the desire to do that work. So then what's left? To hate on it, because see what's happening, guys, is we're cheating.
Right.
We're cheating.
Oh, totally.
We're getting money to talk, and lots of it. And women are coming into our spaces to argue with us. We're getting all the stuff that they want. And instead of doing what Myron said and ask, they have a scarcity mentality. A guy with an abundance mentality or winner's mentality, they say, well, shit, I'm gonna just copy what you did. Hey, Donovan, let me book a session with you and then pick your brain so I can copy your shit. That's what you're supposed to fucking do.
And another thing, Donovan,
go ahead.
Not to cut you off, and I know Lucario will agree with me, so I'll try to keep names out of it. If you got a lot of these guys, Donovan, they will see how you make content, and they're not original. So then me and Lucario talk about this all the time. I saw Lucario post a video. Next thing I know, I'm seeing another YouTuber with the same title. I'm like,
right. Literally within 24 hours.
You got these guys who are stealing the wave. And you know what? I got to use AMS as an example. There wasn't none of this alpha stuff. All of a sudden, AMS comes on, and everybody's alpha all of a sudden.
Well,
but we still ain't seen no receipts. Except for Donovan, of course, and me. We're not the alphas. And Kevin, Lucario, I seen your receipts, bro. You good, but I still get better snowboarding from case. I just gotta say it like that.
Okay.
But the reality is, all of a sudden now, Donovan, you got certain guys that are carbon copy of other guys, and guess what? Because those guys might be a little bit funnier or whatnot, all their content is they sound like Lucario. The only difference is maybe they're funnier than Lucario, or like Lucario said, in a different way, they might look more aesthetically pleasing to the camera. And like Lucario said, then they attract these, weirdo fanboys who are like, oh my God, this guy is so ripped. I seen a comment one time in a video where a guy says, dating coach, I want you to smash my girls. I'm like, who says that?
And I just want to add to that.
My girl, like, that's when like, okay, there's some cuckery going on in some of these, comment sections, bro.
Yeah, so I want to add something real quick to that. So like with men, right? Men, we base our value like on a hierarchy standpoint, right? Like how much money do you make, whatever. Like if a millionaire walks in a room with a bunch of men, we're all going to respect that guy pretty much right away. Like, okay, this guy is obviously a millionaire. You might even ask, hey, how'd you make your money, etc. Right? Women, right? They base their hierarchy on looks, whether they want to admit it or not. If a millionaire female walks in a room and there's a bunch of chicks, if she's ugly, they're like, well, she's ugly though, and they're not going to care, right? So like with men, it's money based, and success. With women, it's looks. So when another man gets mad at a dude for the way he looks, you already know, like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? And the other thing too, I want to say is this: we were talking about this on Lucario's stream the other day, and it was very important, so I want to repeat it. A guy called in and said, hey, every time I go to Vegas with my boy, he's always hating because I'm getting girls and shit like that. Why is that? And I told him, listen, bro, you need to cut that guy immediately. Do not be friends with guys that can't get pussy. And I'm going to tell you why right now.
Facts.
When you hang out with guys or do business or hang out with, Guys that can't get pussy, you set yourself up for L's, because here's the reality. When that guy does get a girl, or when he does get some pussy, he's going to immediately follow that into that girl's frame, and he's going to start fucking up with your friendship and, worse yet, your business. You hit him up. Hey, we got a business meeting tomorrow morning at 10. Let me run that by my girl. The fuck are you talking about? You're going to run that by your girl, bro? You fucking bitch. Like, no, you're fucking with my money now. That's why you can't do business or be friends with guys that don't have a fucking grasp of how to deal with women, because they will immediately turn on you and fuck your shit up for women. Or worse yet, they'll backstab you over some pussy or whatever. That's why it's so important to hang with and do business with like-minded guys that know how to get girls, because girls will always fuck a dude up if they don't know what they're doing. And guys that know how to deal with women know how to also deal in other things in life as well.
All right, let me get to these. Let me get to these super chats, and then we got to go to the phone lines because they've been waiting.
Oh yeah, they've been waiting. Okay. Sorry, guys.
That's okay, no problem. 702-229-810 and 469. You guys are up first, followed by 347, and then 347 again. It looks like 347 is called in twice. Chris Von Erich says the haters do not know the years of work you all put in, the work and multiple jobs and connections to build up your base income to be able to do what you do now.
Shout out to Chris. Thank you, man.
Yeah, listen, appreciate the $50 super chat. This
always
is
supporting.
One thing about me is that I am always looking to push the envelope in terms of quality of content, quality of production, quality studio. There are many people out there who are more talented than I am. There are people out there, content creators that are funnier than I am. There are content creators out here who could talk more about game than I am. But I promise you, nobody is ever going to outwork me. That's the reality. Keydon with the 20-pound super chat says, gentlemen, what's your take on red pill guys who can't stand being around blue pill guys? They may not hate on them, but they don't want anything to do with the blue pill guys. I find myself doing this is exactly, and I need to answer this quickly because we got to get to the phone lines here. I'll answer this quickly. Myron just answered it. The reason why red pill guys don't like being around blue pill guys is because they understand that the first chance blue pill guys get to sabotage you, they will sabotage you. Listen, they're your friends until they get something that they want. Just like Myron said, if they get a girl, they're going to start sabotaging your relationship. They're going to start sabotaging their own relationship. They're going to start talking shit about you. And don't think for 1 second that your blue pill homeboy won't talk shit to your fucking hot girlfriend about how you're this and that. Don't think for 1 second that your homeboy wouldn't sneak tip try to dirty Mac on your girl. There is nothing more dangerous to a red pill aware male than a blue pill aware male. That is his friend.
Facts.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're the most poisonous people.
Leeches, man.
Real talk. All right, 914-205-5356 is the number to call. Let us go to area code 702. Area code 702, you're on live at the 6. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Area code 702.
Hello?
Yes, area code 702. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You're on live.
Hey, my name is Bertram. First of all, I want to tell you, gentlemen, thank you so much for the work you guys are putting in. It's great. Appreciate it. Donovan, you're like an older brother. All the hard work, everything you share, man, it means a lot to me.
Thank you.
But what I want to say real quick is, we live in a civilized society. All of us are born as males, but you got to put the work in. You got to have that mindset to become a man. And then from becoming a man, you become a patient wolf, which all you gentlemen are. What it comes down to is the mindset of most men, most males, I should say, it's weak. They have this frenemy mentality that they've gotten from females. Okay? So you have a lot of men acting like frenemies to other men instead of looking to other men, putting in the work, and understanding you might have to get talked to in a certain way. You might need that hard work. Like Donovan tells all the time, get up off your ass, put the work in. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, it's males hating on men. Males who haven't had the right mindset and haven't made the choice to say, hey, you know what? I want to do better in my life. What steps do I have to do to make that happen? Instead, their mindset is weak and they decide to go the other route and hating on men. So I know you guys got other callers. I just want to share that with you guys and thank each and every last one of you for all the hard work you gentlemen put in. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Bert. Right along the lines what Bert in, I assume, Vegas was talking about, Humble AS on the Twitter side says, LOL, that's wild. The majority of the world is blue pill. Doesn't automatically make you a snake. Sure it does. That's exactly. And again, this guy is obviously a blue pill guy who probably hates on red pill guys, but he doesn't see himself as a potential poisonous sort of relationship. Blue pill guys are poisonous to red pill men. That's always been. That's the way it will be. The only time blue pill men are not poisonous to red pill guys if they have a masculine mindset. Listen, when I see someone with something I want, I don't say, "Oh, I wonder what he cheated to do it." I want to walk up to the guy and be like, "Yo, how the fuck did you do this? I want to do it too." Listen, Joker, red pill content creator. He's a fucking superstar now. He just got another 1,000 subscribers. And I've been around a lot longer than him. But instead of me coming on here talking all crazy about, well, Joker cheats the algorithm, this, that, and the other. No, I said, Joker, school me. What is it that you do? He gave me pointers, and I invested a shitload of money to see if I can also take advantage of the YouTube algorithm and get my content out there. Men have to collaborate with one another. And if a man isn't asking you what they can do to get what you get, what they're going to be doing is asking themselves, how can I take this down? What are you guys' thoughts? I'm going to start with Myron first.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Like, that's the thing. Like, guys, that's why you can't associate with, and it's not even like just blue pill guys, but like guys like just don't guys that don't know how the world works. Like, let's be real. What is the red pill? The red pill is the truth. Like, learning how the world really works. Yes, women love opportunistically. Yes, you can't be a fat fuck and broke and get women and actually be able to retain them. Yes, you have to actually work to get what you want in life. And yes, hating probably isn't going to lead you anywhere. What you need to do is find these guys, turn them into your mentors, and ask for, you got to humble yourself, you know what I mean? And learn from these people. And, you know, when guys don't want to accept these truths about life, about how the world really works, that's when you have issues and you put yourself in a bad position. And then that's why a lot of these guys are fucking mad. They hate life. Oh, fuck this shit. They cry on streams for 8 hours a day saying that we're all scammers when we're helping guys get what they want in life. And then fuck those guys.
So, I think go ahead. Oh, no, go ahead. You good?
Look, that's ultimately what it comes down to is what Donovan said. You took the words out of my mouth. Guys who have that masculine mindset see a man who's doing better and says, "Hey, man, teach me, show me, let me pay you for that. I want to do that." They have to humble themselves. To be a leader, you got to be a good follower. And guys who can't do this act like the mother that raised them. They don't say, "I want a girl like Donovan's girl, a car like Donovan's car, a crib like Donovan's crib." They say, "I want Donovan's girl." And that's what women do. And so how do I deal about blue pill men in the red pill world? Let me tell you how I deal with them. The way the lion always deals with the sheep. I use them. I don't sequester them. I hire them. I hire them and make them feel a little bit, I make them feel light blue so they can make me dark red.
Dude, Kevin is always coming in with that sneak ticket. He's like, "Man, I'm not out here with these strippers for sex. I'm trying to use these bitches to get ahead."
Exactly. Right. Tywin Lannister on the Game of Thrones.
Yes,
look, man, he was the most. He is like my mascot, and that the lion doesn't concern himself with the opinion of the sheep. And the best way to keep eating sheep is to make them feel like they're not necessarily your prey.
Right. Sneaky motherfucker, man. Let me read these super chats, then we'll hit the phone line and I'll go back around the panel. Webster Style Magazine with the $5 super chat says, "Thanks for all the wisdom." Kyle 1 says, "I'm not getting any, and I'm not hating." Well, we certainly appreciate that. Raymond Sharpe, no relation, says, "Most men hate other men are female led." Right. Shout out to Malik Hobbs, who just became a new member. Welcome to the family. Let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 229. Area code 229. You're on Live with the Six. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Sir.
Yep.
We can hear you.
All right, this is Alexander Ruffin here. It's good to be part of the Manosphere. I actually just finished watching your video with you and Joker yesterday. It was a good watch. And so with the topic of discussion right now, I can just summarize this with one simple thing. And the hate typically comes from women. You know, like the experiences I recall in my life with men hating on me all had to do with women. Either women or money. And even the earliest experience I had with a hater when I was like 17 years old, right? And I was at this little get-together house party or whatever. And all of the majority of the women there was complimenting me with how good I looked, how well I was acting. I was kind of like the life of the party, you know?
And I guess the guy, a friend of mine at the time, he went and told a couple of women at the party that I was wearing some of his clothes. And so I was like, wow. And this is the first lesson I got that like, and I was friends with this guy for a while. And this is the first lesson I got in life that men would turn your back on you when women are involved.
That's right.
Fast forward a little bit further forward in life, I joined the military. So every time I would come home, I came home with I was like, 19, 20 years old with a brand new Dodge Charger RT, 2007, the year it came out.
Oh, shit.
And so I'm a young guy. So I thought I was balling out of control. You know what I'm saying? And so I came home, and one of my close friends said that somebody that's close to me is hating on you. Now, I deployed. The reason I got that charter because I deployed twice already. My squad
Hang
was
on, caller.
blew up
Give me
by
one. Hey,
IED.
caller. Give me a second.
My squad was
caller. You said you got the Dodge Charger because you deployed. Listen, you're a man. You don't have to explain shit. Why did you get the Dodge Charger? Because I fucking wanted to. That's right. Why. That's why. Listen, you don't listen. You and thanks for the call 229. You don't have to justify anything to anyone. Donovan, why are you wearing blue? Because I fucking want to. Donovan, why do you do this? Why do you do that? Because I fucking want to. Blue pill men try to make you explain your decision so they can poke holes in your decision. That's why these guys are poisonous.
Right.
Francis, $5 super chat says taking on a mentor has to be taught. A good father teaches this early. John Brown, $5 says class is in session. Beast mode improvement over time. Lucario, let me come to you because that was a very interesting story that guy just told. Young guy, he's in the military and he's already starting to catch some undercover heat. But the dude wasn't bold enough to just come right out and say it. Someone close to him had to say, "Hey, look, man, someone close to you is hating you." What? Not that you would answer this question, but what is your opinion on what motivates a man to not get motivated to do what somebody else does that he wants, but instead envy that person? What's the motivation, man? I don't know.
Well, this is the thing. You got to understand that all hate stems from insecurity, and so what happens is this is the difference between a guy who's going to hate and a guy who's going to actually excel and succeed. So what happens is when a guy sees another guy doing something, the hate comes from that guy thinking, I could never do that. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. So therefore he has to hate. That's all he has to do. Now, another guy on the other end of the spectrum, he looks at a guy and says, wait a second, that guy's doing some fly ass shit. How does he do that? I want to learn how he does it so I can get to that point if that's the direction I'm trying to go. So it all depends on a guy and how he views himself and also his own thoughts and how he feels about himself. So basically, if he's insecure, he's going to go down the hating route. If he's a guy who's confident, he's going to go down the route of wanting to learn what's going on. So somebody could watch some Donovan Sharpe and be like, damn, you got the studio built. That shit is dope. I want to learn how to do that. Somebody might look at Kevin Samuels and be like, man, Kevin Samuels is sharp as hell. I want to learn how to dress like that and get right like that. But then if guys are hating, you understand, then it just turns into them dissing you because they feel like they can never get to that point. You see what I mean?
Wow. Listen, very well said. And I think it's also worth noting that there's something inside of men. It's not that they think they can't do what you do.
Right.
But they can. And I tell guys this all the time. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about me. The only difference between me and you, two things. I'm on this side of the camera and I decided to change my life. I didn't like my life. I was a fucking fat ass. I was not good with girls. I had some shit happen to me in my life. I said, I need to change my life. You want to know what I did? I went and I fucking did it. Dude, trust and believe. I was the worst kind of blue pill simp there ever was. And I know this sounds kind of Saturday morning cartoonish, but if I can do it, I know y'all can do it. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to take another phone call and I'm going to come to Solo 80 TV. Solo 80 TV, for Jesus Christ. Solo 84.
Solo 85 9521.
911. Area code 810. You're on live with the 6. Yes, we can hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Donovan, what's going on, man? This is your boy Fred from Hilton Head.
Hey, Fred, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, good. I just want to tell y'all, thank you for all you do. And I don't get y'all just due. Now, with me, I'm a manager for Polo Ralph Lauren here. And when I tell you the hating that goes on now, Kevin Samuels always talks about, your looks and fragrance and how to step your game up. I get a lot of gentlemen that come in my store and it's like, okay, just because one brother is dressed a certain way, can get a certain type of woman, don't mean all of them can get them. And when you try to, especially this younger generation, you try to talk to them and lead them the right way, and they want to hate. And it's like, man, pull your pants up, man. Stop coming in and smell like weed, all this other stuff.
Thank you, Jesus.
Crazy to me. Yeah, it's just crazy to me. Just some of the things that I see, especially in my line of work, because we get a lot of men, and even when they come in with their girlfriends, it's like they'll be intimidated because me being a manager, I gotta come correct, regardless, especially me being a black manager. And when I tell you, and I get it from black and white, I'm coming up speaking to them, automatically they grabbing their girl hand and getting all intimidated, and I can see that look on their face, and it's like, believe me, if I really wanted your woman, I get it, but I don't, because I have what's called a purse first, ass last mentality. My money comes first.
That's right.
As long as I get my money, the women are going to come regardless. But I just want to tell y'all, thank you for everything y'all do, and continued success to all you gentlemen.
Appreciate that, man.
That's what's up.
Fred getting head and Hilton head. Tom A, $20 says, couldn't agree more. Sometimes you have to take a small L to get the W. The more you're needed, your stock rises to the point where you are irreplaceable. At this point, others take notice and will advocate for you. Long game. We got another super chat here, another couple here. Bear with me. There we are. Legend of Solomonia, $4 super chat, says, shout out to the 6 of y'all. What's good?
Shout out to Legend. That's one of my subs. Shout out to him.
That's your guy. Okay. Be Artist, $2 super chat, says, awesome show. Don Raleigh, stand up. Listen, I don't want any part of Capitol Boulevard. That's all I'm saying. $2 super chat says, every man who's ever hated on me had massive amounts of female behavior.
Facts.
Gus Schmidt, $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Solo, let me come to you with this one. What King Life just said, that every man who's ever hated on me had massive amounts of female behavior. Do you equate female behavior with men hating on other men? If so, where do you think it comes from?
Well, a great philosopher by the name of Jay-Z once said, jealousy is a female trait. And that is correct. Donovan, you and I, we have the same mindset when it comes to this topic. When I see somebody doing something in some way, I don't think to myself, oh man, screw that guy, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking to myself, how can I learn from this guy?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always soaking up game. Always, even now, doing YouTube, all of this. Like, I got into something, and I'm not here to plug anything, but I got into cryptocurrency, right, Donovan?
Right.
And guess what? One of my mentors that, he started me off with this, he was working at IBM at the time. Now he's retired at the age of 31. He's a millionaire. His name is Ian Bellino. You can see him. I've interviewed him several times. Even in the game, Donovan, when I was a blue pill simp, a guy took me under his wing. This guy was a natural, Donovan. One of the best I've ever seen in the field. Jesus. And guess what? He took me under his wing. And you know what? The biggest thing he taught me, Donovan, is it doesn't matter who you are, how you look. It's about how you carry yourself, how confident you are. That's right. And that you should value yourself. And so when you see a lot of these guys that have this female trait of jealousy, Donovan, it's because one thing that I find totally bizarre is when you have a guy like Donovan, like I was saying, who thinks that he's better than you, right? So then in his mind, he's projecting. He's like, well, you know how females always say now on YouTube, Donovan, I'm the prize. Women are the prize, not the men. That's what some of these guys do. They think, well, I'm better than Lucario. Lucario's still walking around Brooklyn. Why hasn't he lost weight yet? You know what I'm saying? We've heard all of this. So, you have these guys and with this female mentality where they're projecting, thinking that they're better or for some reason, and they think well, I'm light skinned too, and I bench 350 pounds. I look better than Donovan. I should have more subs. And guess what, Donovan? There's probably a guy. I'm not saying it's a light skinned guy, but there's probably a guy right now on YouTube that thinks like that about you. You know what I'm saying? And you might know it or you might not know it. But there are a lot of guys out there. And the weird part is, one thing, Donovan, and I think you guys have noticed this too, some of the guys that will be the most jealous will come to you as a friend. Like, wolves in cheap clothing. And you got to watch out for those guys, because they will come there. They will try to act like they're your friend. But they're behind the scenes. I've not seen this, Donovan. They make a troll account and be like, man, Solo is this and that. Like, bro, you're still logged in your real name. What are you doing?
That text message that you're supposed to send to your boy about the girl you smashed last night,
right?
Accidentally send it to your girl,
right? Right. That's crazy.
That's the worst.
I would say this, that
go ahead, Kev.
I don't, I don't worry about stuff like that, because when you're winners like us, those guys, even their lame plots and stuff, are always going to work to my advantage.
Yes,
you go create all those troll accounts and you come at me with a wolf in sheep's clothing, because I am legitimately doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I tell women, guys get mad at me talking about women in hypergamy. I'm like, a woman's hypergamy and never outdo my ambition. So I don't care about her hypergamous nature. I'll tell you one thing: people can say what they want about all these guys on this panel. Turn off your microphone and you'll see something the same. We're all working. I've been working since I'm editing a video right now while I'm on this program, right, ready to go, and I can still do this because I am this. Donovan can't run out of talent. Solo can't run out of this. Lucario, Myron, because when you're really what you say you are, you never have to fake it. Really? That's the ultimate thing they don't like. People may not like me. They may not like Donovan. They may not like a lot of us. But the end thing is, we all recognize that in each other. And that's the one thing that winning men can deal with. We don't have to agree on anything else but the goal.
Bingo.
We'll unify around that.
I'm gonna come to Lucario here in just a second. Then we'll go to the phone line. C-Dub, $20 says, another thing distinguishing males from real men is a taker mentality. To get the Kevin Samuels favors secrets level, a man must provide value. Listen, real men pull each other up, but won't be used by male takers.
I gotta say something about this, Donovan.
Bingo. Yeah, go ahead.
You guys gotta understand, Donovan's a friend of mine. I call this man, I text him, whatever. I still tune into his live streams and fucking give super chats, because I gotta support. Because if I can't support him as a friend, then what the fuck do I expect of the rest of the world? You know what I mean? Gotta support your guys, and I'm gonna be tuning in because I just met Kev and Solo through Donovan, so I'm gonna be tuning into their stuff and supporting too. And I've donated on his thing as well. So it's like you gotta support your friends and people, your peers, man. You have to. It's like, it's not like it's on some fanboy shit. It's like you're showing love and you're supporting, and it comes from a place of like love, no homo. You know what I'm saying? So
not only
you got to do it.
What it does is it shows the community solidarity, right? This is why I comment on. This is why I comment on Kevin's channel. This is why I comment on Myron's channel when he's on. This is why, and I try to stop in and say, hey, what's going on? Just so that these people, oh, okay, Lucario is cool with Donovan, Kevin is cool with Solo. Solidarity is extremely important. And listen, the haters used to bother me because I'm human. Like, I just don't like it when people, I used to not like it when people didn't like me. But one thing that I've learned is that people can, they can love me or they can hate me. Whatever people think about me, one thing that they absolutely cannot say is that Donovan is not who he says he is.
Yes.
Man, I hate Donovan.
Yeah.
I can't stand that nigga. He cusses too goddamn much. He bashes black women. But goddamn, I'll tell you what, that nigga is who he says he is. I got to give it to that nigga. That's all there is to it.
Right. Nah, real talk. And one thing I would say about like haters and understanding how haters operate, a lot of the times what they're looking for is your attention. So I purposely don't give them any attention. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so for example, if I'd have some content creators hating on me or saying some bullshit, and I will not say their names. You understand what I'm saying? Like Solo be trying to get me to say niggas' names, but I usually
I have a rule. I am known in YouTube for not beefing. You call me anything but a child of God, and I will sit there. It's to the point to where even my trolls know, or the haters know, he's not going to respond.
Right.
So I'm not, and thank you for saying that, Lucario, because I'm up here. At best,
Exactly.
it's a win for you. And I tell my followers, subscribers, people around me, don't. You want to get on my bad side? Send me an email or a text message talking about somebody made a video about you. I don't roll that way. And if you're doing that, then I X you out because you're not here for my benefit. You're here for some bullshit. And I don't need to know why. I just want you gone.
Right.
And this is, you guys actually make a very good point. Right now in my life, I am self-aware enough to know that I'm not as smart as Lucario to say, you know what, if I don't say their name, I can't give him really any clout. And I don't have the self-control that Kevin, where he's like, well, listen, I'm not even.
It's tough.
Listen, it's very, very difficult for me. And don't get me wrong, man. I've been in my dust-ups here and there. And in hindsight, some of them were necessary, most of them weren't. But at the end of the day, we are all on the same team, and that's why I've stopped getting into these bullshit shenanigans. Seeker of Truth, $5 super chat says, hating, jealous, envy are dangerous emotions. We said that earlier. There's nothing more dangerous to a red pill aware man than a blue pill friend. Nolan Baptiste, another $2 Canadian dollars, says single mothers will always damage their sons. That is THEIR. Dude guy, Dude guy with the $2 super chat. I appreciate that. Champion Game Coach EO, $10 super chat says salute to Lucario, Kevin, and the rest of the crew.
Thank you, bro.
Shout out to EO. What up?
Absolutely, man. Calvin Baldwin, $5 says what's worse is that some family members are quick to hate on you as well, especially if they see personal, professional improvement on your end. And I'll go around the panel with this one because this is something I'm very fortunate not to have to deal with. My brothers are like, they know who I am. They know my content. My brothers could not be more proud of me. And Steve, my brother, unless I come from, even though my dad wasn't shit and my mom was a hoe, we come from good genetics. My father was extremely intelligent and my mom was extremely outgoing. I'm sort of a mix between the two of them. And because of that, everything that I've touched essentially has turned to gold. I ran a successful mattress chain. I started from scratch. I ran it for 2 years. I sold it, made $175,000 selling that multiple chain business. I moved to Vegas with literally nothing but the clothes in my backpack and $700. And within 5 years, I owned 7 rental properties making 6 figures. I left all that behind. I come here to Philly. I start this podcast, and now this thing is blowing up. But my brothers have always been like, yo, Donovan, listen, you're doing big. Dude, my youngest brother calls me every week. Yo, much love and respect. This is great what you're doing. I feel incredibly lucky that I don't have family members, male family members, who try to pull me down. Lucario, what about you? Do you have family members that try to pull you down, or do you know of anybody that has family members that try to pull them down when they see that they get successful?
I've been fortunate to have, most of my family members is cool with what I'm doing. It's funny because even the other day, my sister sent me a picture of my mom watching the interview I did with Chris from the Red Lens show. You know what I'm saying? So she's watching the game, and watching what I'm doing. So I was like, this is cool. So I like the fact that they support it. The thing is, though, is that what I notice is you'll have family members and sometimes, people that you would consider friends or whatever.
Right.
Because they don't understand why you do what you do. That's where some of the hate and sort of the slick remarks will come in. They'll be like, oh, you're just doing your little podcast and playing around on the internet. And so, but they don't realize like you're actually doing big things and making money. And you know what I'm saying? So that'll happen too. You know what I mean?
No, listen, I totally agree. I don't talk to my mother or my sisters about what I do because they're women. They don't understand it. And when people say, well, Donovan, you have mothers, you have sisters, how can you do what you do? Easy. Because my mom was a hoe and my sisters were hoes. Like, I love this all the time. I love my mom and I love my sister. That does not exclude them from red pill truth. What men have to understand when it comes to red pill truth is that the red pill applies to those you are related to. Just because you love your mama doesn't mean she wasn't a hoe. Your mom was fam. Like your sister take it in the ass. Like, listen, I didn't want to think about that, but that's how it is. Women are hypergamous, and your family or your blood relatives are no different. Solo, what are your thoughts on the whole family unit sort of bringing you down?
Yeah. You know what, Donovan? There's certain family members I can't rock with them. I was actually just speaking with my mother about this. She was upset because my uncle sent her a meme titled, it was a black woman with a shirt titled "The 10 Dick Sucking Commandments." And my mom felt it was inappropriate for my 60-year-old.
Gotta mute my mic, dude.
Hold on. A black woman wore a shirt that said the 10 dick sucking symbol. What do black men know about sucking dick in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, I can send it to you, but there's certain family members you gotta, sometimes you gotta cut them off because they next thing you know, they're always leeching, always asking for things. I had a family member like that. I'm always helping because when you give them an inch, they take a mile. So one thing that happens is some people take your kindness for weakness, and don't mistake my kindness because everybody knows I'm an easygoing guy, but it doesn't make me stupid, and that's something the red pill has helped me with, being in more of my masculine frame, saying no to people that are not good for me. You feel me? Saying no to people that try to take advantage of me.
So Solo just said, "I ain't no killer, but don't push me." Right?
Exactly. Revenge next to. Yeah, Donovan knows. See, Donovan got the Negro side in him like that. Come on now. People always giving Donovan crap. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's funny because like my detractors on the black side, they think that just because I sound like I do doesn't mean I ain't never been in the handcuff.
Yeah, they say you're not black enough. I heard it. Yeah.
If you speak well, they automatically assume you've never struggled. Like, what the fuck, man?
One idiot nigga said Donovan's mixed. I'm like, fam, like, are you serious with that? Like, you think I'm mixed based on what? What? No, both my parents are black, fam. Like, you can't be making those assumptions. Let's go back to the phone lines. I'm going to come to Myron and then Kevin when we take this phone call. I believe this is my man. This is TSR Security, head of TSR Bouncing, Big Brandon. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, my man, Donovan. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. And by the way, guys, this guy said,
damn, your voice make my throat hurt.
Man, Big Brandon, listen, Big Brandon sounds like the final boss on every video game. He just does, man. He just does. I'm afraid of the motherfucker. I've never even met him before. What's going on, dude?
Hey, I'm good, man. Hey, I'm enjoying the content as usual. And y'all touched on it, and I'm going to excoriate and even say it again.
Okay.
The reason why you gentlemen get hate from men, right? The main one key factor is the men who are hating on you are the offsprings of the single mothers who do nothing but talk about the kind of men y'all became.
Shit. Damn, that was
exactly the men that got them pregnant that left them. The single mother. You did a show. You just did a show about Amber Rose. She's telling her son not to be the nigga rappers that used to beat her walls in.
God damn.
But you're right? That's where, and listen, I don't know if this is a racial thing. And maybe it's because I just don't look at this stuff, but we're black, right? So I would imagine that most of our social media followers are black. I've got almost 64,000 subscribers. I've got 1,400 patrons. They're not all black. I think it's probably about 50-50. One content creator tried to convince me that it was 95-5, but that's neither here nor there. But especially with black men, the reason black men hate on other successful black men is because they were raised by single mothers. And they're single mothers, just like Brandon just said, who used to get their backs blown out by dudes just like us, are telling him, don't be like those niggas. They grow up, they see niggas like us doing well. They see niggas like us doing well, and all of a sudden, oh, y'all ain't shit yet. Go tell your mama.
Oh, and you know the backdoor way they try to get trim whenever that hating doesn't work? They become the faux Derek Jackson, and they start calling the women queens. And then mother's happy, and then they get slight trim.
Man, I'm to tell you, man. I appreciate the call, Big Brendan. He calls my show all the time. There is a guy on Facebook, and I don't mind saying his name because this dude ain't shit. Listen, I'll give him all the clout he wants. His name is Jonathan Collier, okay? Jonathan Collier wants to be Derek Jackson. He says everything that Derek Jackson does. He says everything that Derek Jackson
I think I know that guy.
Listen, and here's the thing. He could be Derek Jackson, except for there's one problem. This nigga is as ugly as homemade sin. You can't be Derek Jackson and be an ugly nigga, Jonathan. Like, it don't work that way, fam. Like, he's out here calling black women queens and it's the black man's fault. Listen, hey.
Sucker shit, bro.
Listen, I'm not going to knock another man's hustle. I don't hate Derek Jackson. I commend the nigga. Like that. Listen, that dude knows which side his bread is buttered on, and he butters the shit out that bread. I don't hate on his ass at all. But dudes like Donovan
and Derek Jackson likes snow bunnies, allegedly.
Listen, of course he. I don't want to get off track here, but women who follow male dating coaches they always make an egregious mistake. What they don't realize is that these dating coaches don't date the kind of women that they're advising women to become.
Facts.
You don't have to lose a pound, girl. You're good just the way you are. You're a queen. You're this, you're that. Derek Jackson don't fuck with bitches like that. He's steady fucking with white girls. So again, Derek Jackson is right. Yeah, really? Well, why isn't he dating somebody like you? I had a caller call my show a while back. I fucking clowned his ass on the air. He's like, well, Derek Jackson would marry a single mom if he had to. I was like, nigga,
fuck out of here, bro. Yo, these days, guys like Matthew Hussey and Derek Jackson. Yo, Lucario said this shit on Chris Von Erich's show. Shout out to Chris Von Erich. It's up to him. Show. A lot dating coaches that work with women, especially guys, they tell them dreams versus like male dating coaches that deal with men. We tell them the truth. Hey, you're fat as fuck. Hey, you don't make money. Hey, you got to get your shit together, etc. You got to start being higher value. But with women, to get the money from the women, because let's face it, women are 80% of the consumer base, right? So women are easier to sell to. So how do you sell to them? You just fucking lie. Hey, it's there's a business. There's a multi-million-dollar business economy on telling women comforting lies and not holding them accountable to because here's the thing. I'm gonna spit some real talk. Feminism has taught women a lot of bad fucking habits that are not conducive to long-term relationships with men of value. Period. That's just the way it is. Like my parents are still together. I came from a Muslim household. My parents are from Sudan, Middle East, right? North Africa. My mom respects my father, and she's with him to this day. And the reason why my mom respects my father is they're so together, and I grew up in a stable fucking household, is because my dad was a fucking leader. None of this stupid shit with, the mom is the head of the household and equality and all that. Get the fuck out of here. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? There has to be one leader. That's why there's one president. That's why you always run. There's a CEO of a fucking company. It doesn't work where, I'm gonna, when women take masculine roles and try to be like the leader of the family, it just doesn't work. But these dating coaches like fucking Derek Jackson, Matthew Hussey, all this shit, they try to tell women, hey, you can have your cake and eat it too. Hey, you want to make $100,000 a year? You want to be successful? You want to chase that degree? That's fine. But they don't tell them the consequences that come with that. That you're not going to be able to lock down a high value guy because now your standards have come up along with the amount of money you make. Women are incapable of dating down the way men can. A guy can make $1 million a fucking year and date an 18-year-old that works at McDonald's if she's hot enough. It doesn't work the other way around for women. You know what I'm saying? So these dating coaches be lying to women, man. And it's like, but here's the thing. There's a business with it. And here's the other thing too. Women out-earn men in a lot of the major cities of the United States. So they're the ones spending all the money. And they're making more money. So why not lie to them to make money? This is how these guys, Derek Jackson, Matthew Hussey, etc., they're millionaire dating coaches because they sell lies.
Right.
Real talk. We're up against the clock, so I'm gonna mow through these super chats here rather quickly. Unique 79 with the £5 super chat says, "Panel, do not argue with idiots. They will bring you down to their level and beat you with experience." I agree, but listen. This is easy for someone to say that doesn't catch all that. And again, the hate that we respond to. The reason I respond to hate sometimes is because I've been getting it for 2 weeks fucking straight. Guys, get fucking emails, people in my inbox show you. I mean, dude, you're this and you're that. Finally, the wrong motherfucker says the wrong thing, and I gotta go off. So for every idiot we go off on, there's fucking 800 that we had to ignore. So I agree with the advice. It's just very easy to do when you're not on the receiving end of that. Right. Ralph E, $10 super chat says, "Successful men don't get jealous of others. They humble themselves and are willing to learn. And if they don't get mentored by those great men, then they get inspired, but never jealous." Real fucking talk.
True, man.
Tom A with the $20 is my weakness. My weak ass beta friend from high school worked at the same spot as me. At lunch, he brought up my weekend Slayer tour at the Jersey Shore. Said he saw me slamming from upstairs at my other friend's shore house. Why would you admit that? Well, because he's trying to make, right. He's trying to make other people jealous. He's trying to make it. Well, see, I'm the tattletale. Yeah.
You can tell that guy gets no girls. When you feel like that, you know for a fact they don't get women. You just know it.
Janik, L'Italian with 50 HKs, Hong Kong dollars, maybe, says, "Talk to me, then try to put me down. We used to be cool. Now we don't hang out. Used to be friends, but now we're foes. Ask me why, man. No one knows. Wasn't Rob Base ever right? Well said.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Be artist.
Pump it up. Pain.
See, there we go. I knew Kevin would know what that was. Be artists with the $2 super chat. Dan and Solo with the Pac lyrics. Absolutely. Patrick Jones says, shout out to Mr. Samuels and the rest of the six. Would have loved to seen the late, great Patrice O'Neal talk red pill knowledge with y'all. R.I.P. Patrice O'Neal was absolutely, positively one of the greats.
Wait, Donovan, you know what we got to do real quick? We got to one day do like a top 10 rapper show or something. Who your top 10 favorite hip hop artists? It doesn't have to be.
Oh yeah, that would be dope.
That would be a dope concept.
Really good.
Well, before we bring this to a close, we got to do something here. It is now time.
Oh snaps!
Uh-oh.
It is now time for another edition of the 8-Ball Adventures of.
Oh shit!
Check this out. So
Cocaine Tales.
So check this out, right? So me and my roommate were at this party, right? There's blow fucking everywhere. One of these chicks I was fucking, she was actually a cocktail waitress, but of course we know cocktail waitresses are basically strippers in training. She's a cocktail waitress that used to give lap dances. Like, I don't know how she pulled that off. Anyway, so we get to this party and everybody's high. We're all having a good time. So I take her aside. I'm like, yo, Heather, check this out. I want you to tell my friend. And I said, he's not going to want to do this, but we really got to sell him on it. I want tell my friend, his name is Eric. He's standing right over there. He's the one that looks like he looks like he just seen a ghost. Tell him to snort a line of cocaine off your ass. She's like, okay, well, what's the gag? I said, halfway through the line, I want you to blow out a fart. I want you to fart in his face. Now, you would think hot girls like this used to doing all this. Oh, my God, I would never do that. Dude, Heather was totally, she's like, oh, this is going to be fucking awesome. Gave me a fist bump and everything. So he walked over. It's like, yo, Eric, fucking snort a line of coke off of Heather's ass. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. And everyone's like, Eric. Sure enough, we lay it right out. Eric, about halfway down her crack, Heather lets a loud, long rip. Dude, fucking cocaine everywhere. Eric's coughing, and we're all sitting around laughing our ass off.
Coke.
Then for a quick sec, no, hold on. Then for a quick second, we're like, oh shit, it fucking stinks. We gotta get the fuck up out of here, dude. We don't know what she ate, but someone crawled up in her ass and fucking died. And this is the very first time I realized that strippers were people too. Their fucking farts stink just like the rest of us. They don't smell like fucking sunshine and rainbow and fucking puppies. And that,
right,
of course, is another one of the 8-Ball Adventures of Donovan Sharpe. My friend Eric never let me live that down. He said that was the best and worst experience he ever had.
I want to answer that real quick, man. Guys, for all the guys in the chat, man, understand this, man. These girls are not special. They're human beings just like you. And remember this, man. At the end of the day, guys, the men are the prize. I'm going to say why right now. There's a reason 80% of women are having sex with only about 10 to 20% of the men, okay? Because the reality is there's lots of hot, fucking attractive young girls. There's a new chick turning 18 every fucking day, bro. So here's the thing. If you're a high-value guy, you become the prize. This is why women want a marriage and a commitment from a guy, because you're the true prize. You just have to become high value so that the women want you. You know what I mean? A lot of the times when guys have struggles with women and all these other things, it comes down to them having a scarcity mindset because they don't have the achievements in life to gain the confidence to put these women in their place when they don't behave correctly. If a girl doesn't comply, you got to be comfortable saying good fucking bye, man. That's how you know that, because at the end of the day, if you're a high value guy, you're the real prize, man. That's all I want to say.
Exactly right.
Can I answer the family question?
Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
Can I answer the family question?
Yeah.
All right. One of the things I talk about on my channel, my platform, is you have two families as a man. The one you were born into that you have no control over. Then the one that you create for yourself after age 18. That's the one you have 100% control over. In my day-to-day life, I do not tolerate non-CIA men or non-FBI women in my life. Anybody, you come to my channel, you'll hear how I talk to you. This is red pill as anybody else, but you'll hear how I talk to women in a different way. But there's a line, and I will check them in my Facebook groups, in my day-to-day life. Hell, I was at a barbershop yesterday and doing the same thing. So your family, you can't control your mom, but dad, your brother, your cousins, your sisters. But brothers like this, I can choose. I can choose to go make brothers. I'm an only child. I never had siblings. So I did not get what a lot of people got, but I have so much more in my second family. Number one. Number two, I don't carry any guilt for my biological family.
Right.
I don't have any choices in that. My ex-wife, my daughter, and all those other kind of things. Society will try to put conventions and things on you. Old people say, put a tree out there for you to sit under. I don't deal with that. If you don't operate with me in the way I want to operate with you, just because we're related, got blood ties, those are no more valid than the ties I decide to make long term with other people who I don't share DNA with.
And listen, that, Kevin, is often sometimes the difference between success and failure. The unwillingness for men to let the blood relatives go that are holding them back. They feel like because they're related to them by blood that they have some sort of forced allegiance. Dude, nothing further from the truth.
And can I piggyback off that real quick too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because what I want to say is about with the family. A lot of times you might have family and even close friends. They're gonna hate on you because they're actually scared about what you're doing. Because you have to understand, if you're doing something great, you're doing something out of the ordinary, you're doing something out of the norm. They don't understand it. So because they don't understand it, they have a fear of, are you going to be successful? What are you really doing? I don't get what the hell you're doing. And so that hate or that energy is coming from a place of fear. So you can't let the hate that they're giving you that's coming from fear affect you and stop you from doing what you're trying to do. You got to understand that. So a lot of times when you have family members who just don't understand what you're doing or what's going on, a lot of the hate, a lot of the resentment, a lot of them coming at you in a negative way is coming from fear.
Wait, real quick. I just want to say real quick, and I know Donovan, you've talked about this too. Once you get on the journey of true self-improvement, of some people will call it red pill or discovering yourself, whatever, you're going to realize that there's a lot of people that are, extra baggage that you got to cut loose.
Fact.
You know what I mean? Whether friends, family, the one dude that is always asking you for money to bomb some cigarellos or some shit. You just got to cut a lot of people off. And you know what? I reckon to say that all of us in the panel, we can probably count on less than one hand how many people we really consider real friends. Because at the end of the day,
go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
There aren't a lot of people that are worthy to be real friends. A lot of people are acquaintances and partners and associates, as I call them. But once you get into that different level, Donovan, right, where you truly red pill, because listen, I will give motherfuckers a shirt off my back. I will ride for my friends, but there aren't a lot of people that would ride for me. So to get to that level, you got to be worthy, bro. Just like when we talk about how you deal with females, how we got to vet females, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got to vet
guys too.
These friends as well. And a lot of these friends are not your friends. They're just there to party with you. Donovan, I used to go out with this one guy. This guy always broke, right? Lucario never had money, but always when we go to the club, he would always wear the same shirt. That's how broke he was. But he always made it to the club with the same shirt. Sometimes you got to cut people loose, bro.
And I just want to add to that real quick, man. So you're the culmination of the 5 people we spend the most time with, man. Last year, bro, I had to make some very difficult decisions. I had to cut off some childhood friends. And it's not because they're like bad people or whatever. It's just that they don't share the same ambition. And after I cut them off and started associating with other people, I just doubled my income, started my business, got way more successful. And the thing is, guys, unfortunately, is you have to associate with people that are either doing preferably better than you or at least on your level too, bro. Because if you're not progressing, you're fucking regressing. And the other thing too, just like Solo said, is when you have these people in your life and you start doing big things, they're going to start shaming you for it or talking shit or hating on you, your close friends even, because you're shining a spotlight on their fucking failures with your success.
Same place there,
right? Why it's dangerous is because these people know you personally and they see where you came from and they know that they came from the same cloth as you and you're succeeding. They're gonna really fucking hate on you. And the scary part is you won't even know it until it's too fucking late, man. Right. So you're just better off associating with guys that are on your level or better so that you can progress. That is why if you're a hater, you're a bitch. Because the thing is, if you see someone doing better than you, you should humble yourself and ask that guy, how do I get to that level instead of hating on him? You're low value just for hating on him.
Let me add this last part. Judge me by my haters. If my haters are low level, then I need to do better.
I love it.
There we go. I like it.
Kevin, you on point tonight. Fact.
I missed
on point, man.
I missed a few super chats, so I'm gonna mow through these. Kyle 1 Actually, there's one by Genio, the God Seeker I'm going to get to. Kyle 1 says, should someone like me at the bottom, but who's humble and willing to do what needs to be done, be avoided by successful men too? No, you need to make yourself available to successful men. You have to offer them something in return for their apprenticeship. And their
You pay. You can't be a fucking cheapskate. Here's the thing, man. I'm sorry, Don. I just got to say this real quick. People come all the time and try to get. Someone asked about it before, being a bottom feeder and all this other shit. Yo, listen, man. One thing I've learned from hanging around with successful people: rich people, okay, pay money to save time. Poor people spend time to save
money. Right.
And that's the fact. If you want to become successful, you gotta fucking invest, man. Stop being a fucking cheapskate. Like, I can't tell you how many times people DM me, hey, how do I get in shape? All this other shit. Yo, pay for a fucking consult, man. If you want the time of someone who's high value that does this shit and can teach you, you got to invest and not be a fucking cheapskate. You're better off spending that $100 on a fucking coaching session than taking out some fucking bimbo that's not going to fuck you at the end of the night anyway. So you learn this. You guys got to learn this shit, man.
Right. You got to give to get. You got to give to get,
man. You can't be a fucking cheapskate.
Buy your one of my first Patreon live stream. Men of means, high value men, buy their way in and keep people out with their resources.
There you go.
I think you saw this. I did this stream, and I don't deal with these bullshit kind of women that guys talk about. Why? Because I'm with Donovan, and he's telling his cocaine tale, and we're having a good time at the local spot. And some social justice left-leaning bitch comes over and says, "You're offending so and so and so and so." I go over to the manager and say, "How much is her tab? I don't want to see her around here anymore." Well, every couple of months, how much she spend? I'll give you what she spends for a year if you keep her out.
Oh, shit! Wow, dude, I've never thought about that. That's a next level type.
Like, trust me, you give that money. Next thing you know, Karen calls up. Hey, Karen, yeah, I know you normally come up on Thursdays, but we got a private party. What about next Thursday? We have a Rotary Club meeting. But what about, eventually Karen will realize that she sees you going into a spot. Karen's learned.
Right.
Oh, man, I love that. And here's the other thing too, just to add to that, like everyone I know that is like super successful when it comes to any type of marketing or entrepreneurship, whatever, they're all parts of masterminds, or they're paying a coach or something to learn, man. So if you guys want to be around successful people, you have to invest and get that person to basically give you their time, and you have to pay, man. That's just how it is.
That's how you get the best stuff. Because even myself, all my best game is behind the firewall. You know what I'm saying? Behind the,
you know what I mean? So Vegas, where it is payola central.
Yeah, listen, Vegas is the quintessential quid pro city.
Yes,
there's no free lunch in Las Vegas.
Dang.
I'm sorry, Gus Schmidt with the $10 super chat says epic collaboration. Good to see Red Pill Brothers showing unity and solidarity.
Thank you, Gus.
Ro, the 5-4 King, $5 super chat says learned a lot from you fellas. Keep it up. Keydon says jealousy always comes from below. That is absolutely 100% facts. Avid Hiker, $50 super chat says please don't stop doing what you do. You are so valuable to all of us. Much appreciated.
Thank you, bro.
Man, thank you very much for the $50 super chat. JL Belton with the $10 super chat says, the Sinister Six, keep up the good work, gentlemen. Red Pill Mike.
Thank you, brother.
Act like bitter exes. Janelle the God Seeker, $5 super chat says, I started this Red Pill walk with Richard Cooper, and I have the highest respect for him, but I love the hell out of you. No homo.
Shout out to Rich, man. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, no homo. Dude guy, $10 super chat says, much hate comes from false socialist idea like zero-sum game. If there are a fixed set of resources, women and money, you have to steal from hoarders. That's an interesting comment. Janik L'Italian. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Oh, no. I'm coming back around to the ones. Now I'm going to go to the ones that I missed earlier, and it looks like we're good. Harold Lagurni with the one.
Thank you, Harold.
That's what's up.
Says legends. Holy shit. Legend of Solomonia with the $2 super chat says facts extra baggage needs to go. I don't
shout out to Legend of Solomonia, man. That's my boy, man.
Tyrone says I'm late to the show, so here is my support. Yeah, thank you very much, Harold Lagurmi. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode.
Wait, Donovan, I got to say something real quick.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
You guys, when Donovan reached out, right? And I don't know how much I can expose, but Donovan said, hey, I'm doing this new concept, and you know, I'm gonna make sure everybody's taken care of, right? Like Donovan, I was shocked because
me too.
Donovan didn't have to reach out to me. Like, who the hell is Solo TV 84? I'm just some black guy talking a lot of crap, right? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're the entry into the black manosphere.
You know, I mean, I know why Kevin is here because Kevin looked like
you're the entry into the black manosphere. You know that,
right?
But come on, stop playing. We all know who Solo is.
Exactly.
I'm
pathway to the black manosphere.
No, bro, I'm nobody. But at the end of the day, like Donovan, like I appreciate you doing this because, bro, like you know what, Donovan, like the more like listen to you, talk to you, like we are a lot similar. Like you know how you snap at your some people. I do the same, Donovan, because there comes to a point. No, listen. Myron, you got to get this. Some of these people talk all this rah.
Nah, facts, bro. I know.
Yeah, I'll come fight you. Okay, come fight me then.
Yeah, run me a fair one.
Exactly.
Run me a fair one, motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
Me up.
Like you hear all types of crazy stuff, Donovan. I've had guys send me dick pics. Pause.
Yo, put their dick out on Lucario's stream the other day, bro. These dudes are losers, bro.
Yeah. I had to take the whole shit down because some fool can.
Like Donovan, I'm not even trying to take it there, but what I'm saying is when people see Donovan, like sometimes get frustrated with some of the hate or this and that, you guys have no clue what we deal with behind the scenes. I have girls that find out my chat. One of my girls probably watching this right now. Like, well, you know, wait, one of my girls, like, how many girls you got to get? Like, you guys get the point. Like, we deal with all types of stuff behind the scenes. You guys have no idea. And I know Donovan, Kevin is smiling. Lucario definitely knows.
I already know.
I lost a girl this week because my shit. I don't give a fuck though.
I already know.
My social life has taken major hit, and that's cool. Because you know what? Listen, I love what I do. I love making content, but I appreciate Donovan for giving us a platform and talking about this type of topic because this needs to be talked about instead of what's the biggest size you'll smash or some random ass weirdo topic like that.
Just say it, Solo. We're not on here talking about nigga shit.
Right.
And listen, I picked it. I mean, like I could have gone with a whole bunch of other people, but I picked you 5 for a reason. Every one of you guys has a unique skill set. You guys bring a very unique perspective to the issues that we talk about. And the reason why I take care of you guys is because I too was sort of a cash cow for a content creator who used me like a fucking prize mule, got all of this benefit and didn't give your boy any. So I know what it's like to be on that side of the spectrum. When it comes down to it, it's just like Myron said, getting access to you guys. Listen, man, I'm not going to insult you by just expecting you just to come on. Well, I'm Donovan Sharpe. They should want to. No, you guys have other shit to do. But instead, you decided to come here and do this with me. And this is why I decided to pay it forward. King Light $1 Super Chat says, yep, your greatest enemy is the motherfucker I like to call Jackson. Everyone knows him. They always trying to be all up in your business and using it to your advantage. I hate niggas like that. Call Daniel, $2 Super Chat says, can we coin that Kevin move to Karen's? I don't know. Somebody asked in the chat earlier, is Kevin Samuels the original Kevin in sales? I just picked a random name, man.
But I am Kevin, and I was in sales with my entire.
Oh, there you go. He was fucking your bitch in the back.
That's right. well in the back.
God, like well in the back. I'm gonna end it with this. The reason why I lose my mind when trolls and haters come into my chat, and this is why I close my chat now, because I'm just not going to deal with that, is because I work extremely hard to bring A+ content every day. And for someone just to kind of lackadaisically waltz in and start shitting on me in the comments, I'm like, dude, I've been working on the show for 9 hours and you're going to come on and talk shit about me? Not going to do that anymore. So as soon as you give me the ability to discriminate the haters from the people who actually want this content. See, there's some people who watch content just to hate. Yeah, getting a rise out of people. I'm one of those guys. Listen, this is one of the many frailties I have. My weakness is motherfuckers I can't stand. That's all there is to it. A lot of people like to say, well, Donovan, you're showing weakness because you block people that don't agree with you. So let me get this straight. Because I choose not to associate with people who do nothing but naysay. I'm the weak one. No.
Right.
Derek Jeter was ice cold his entire 20-year career in New York. He never read the papers. Derek Jeter would be at a 1 for 21 slump. Didn't read the papers. And the reason why he did this, he didn't want the negativity. The negativity is going to creep through. But again, if the negativity is going to creep through, I'm going to make you work for it. I'm going to make you pay for it. You're either going to do my show and I'm going to clown you on the air and I'll play this.
Oh man, hey.
And at the end of the day, let's keep it real. When we let haters in and stuff like that, who suffers? The people that want to get the information. The reason why we're getting so much love in the super chat right now is because men are learning from this. Because let's face it, man. There's not many male spaces where guys can turn to and get that real fucking talk and unfiltered. Because we live in a world where if you're a beta male, everyone wants you to be a fucking bitch. If you're a man, it's like, oh, you're toxic masculine. Like some fucking bimbo told me that last week on a date, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I go, it's like
damn right.
But when you speak real talk like this, that's why guys love this shit. Because it's hard to find in 2020. Everyone's a soy boy listening to fucking Drake with low T. So it's like, you know what I mean? So that's why we're getting so much love in the chat. And guys, thank you so much for supporting, man.
We appreciate it.
Seriously.
Myron, I'm still trying to understand how she say you were toxic masculine with her mouth full.
Exactly. Okay, real fast. So right? I met her on Bumble. I met her on Bumble, right? And she fucking and I told her, hey, meet me at this place at this time. And whatever, wear these clothes because we're just gonna be chilling, right? And she goes, "Oh my god, that was so attractive that you actually told me what to do." And I was like, "What the fuck?" So that right there told me that the average day woman is dealing with stuff. That can't plan dates.
Bruh. Let me tell you something real quick. Because me and my wife, we in an open relationship. So she be showing me her Bumble messages and her Tinder messages. And these dudes are terrible, bro. It's just terrible. It's so terrible.
Bro, I used to work with Match.com helping with digital profiles. I used to write. I got paid to write guys' profiles, and I don't know if we could do a show like this, but dating as an influencer on these Bumble apps,
dating show,
man, it's crazy. Because when I would love to hear behind the scenes what women find out when they realize that you guys are online. They're like,
that when you're Donovan, wait a minute.
Oh yeah. She was all excited and shit. Then she's like, no, I can't go.
Yeah. Right, they be scared. Some of them be scared as fuck.
I lost it.
She's like, I can't do the shit I normally do because you'd find me out.
Kev, I lost the girl this week, bro, because I put a thing. She tried to switch the date up on me or whatever. Or no, one girl tried to switch a date up on me, right? So I was like, nope, and I canceled on her. And then another girl I was supposed to see that night, she saw because I put a story like, guys, don't ever fucking follow a woman's lead on my IG as I was walking to the gym. That girl saw my shit. And she messaged me and said, "Hey, I don't think we're gonna get along." Like,
of course, that always happens.
They're bullshit on you when they.
Women investigate. Trust me. Every time when you talk to any of these girls on a dating site or whatever, they're looking at your Facebook, your Instagram. They're looking you up on you. They're looking at everything.
Motherfucker. My name is my name, so I don't hide.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we definitely got to do an online dating show.
We should. And you know what I did? I turned my fucking read receipts on, and I left that bitch on scene. Like, I don't care, bro. Like that. Like, I purposely leave it on there so they see that shit. Because
you know what you're getting.
Yeah, so man.
And with that is going to do it for this episode of The Six. Listen, guys, we're 3 for 3, man. Another spectacular show.
Yes, sir.
Listen, Kevin and Myron, you guys were on your fucking game tonight. That was
me, bro, as always.
There you go.
That's gonna do it, guys. We'll be back here next week. Minister Jap should be back. He had a bit of an emergency to deal with, but he's doing fine. Everything's gonna be fine with him. So just keep him in your thoughts. Tom A with a last-minute $20 super chat says the only way they can win is to block the knowledge exchange. I will support so that will never happen. Truth is the tonic for life. Stay safe, and keep prospering. I appreciate that $20 super chat, Tom. We appreciate that very much, guys. That's going to do it. Like, comment, subscribe, follow for Lucario, Unplugged Fit, Solo TV 84, Kevin Samuels. All of their YouTube channels, IGs, and Facebook is going to be in the description. Harold Laguerre, with a
no! Hey, Donovan, you gotta keep this going.
Harold is going in tonight.
You gotta keep this going.
Yeah.
Harold is going in.
Dude, listen, Harold Laguerre with the $100 super chat says, need that womanese ASAP. Stop playing, Donovan. Myron, all the webinars. Where's the road to redemption? Harold, I'm going to tell you what, dude. Shoot me an email, and I'll send it to you. Listen, if you drop $200 in super chats, I'll give you my now $600 or now $700 course. Absolutely free.
That's what's up.
DonovanSharpe.com.
Shoot me a DM.com.
Listen, DM all of us, man. We greatly appreciate.
Thank you, bro.
That's going to do it, guys. We appreciate your support and the love, and